So just arrived at Erie's tuning, and essentially we're just going to kind of crack on and get this prop shaft back on. Quite nice to drive here. That's the longest drive I've done since changing the wheel bearing, and I would say that's the most smoothest it's ever been, and it's quite nice. Albeit the alignment is massively out, so that'll be the next step after this. But yeah, I'll take you through the process of basically putting the prop on, and yeah, we'll see how we get on. So the first thing that we're going to have to do is drop the exhaust again, because the prop goes on top of it. So we'll undo this and then we'll essentially undo, well actually no, we'll start at the back actually. We'll undo the back box. Hopefully you can see me there. Let's get these actuators off, which last time were really annoying. Oh perfect, it's just come off. That's the side that was very annoying actually as well. Oh, perfect, actuators are off, which I'm really happy about. So, is it 13? Yeah. So now, so 13mm socket for the exhaust bolts, and it is just easier just to get them off with a ratchet, in my opinion. Do you know what a crowbar is? Sorry.
Pry bar.
Yeah, pry bar. Sorry. Oh, fabulous! Thank you. How many calls do you reckon you get in a day? How many calls do you reckon you get a day?
Calls?
Yeah. Wow. Okay now. Quick update. Back box is disconnected. This is all disconnected, and I've just basically disconnected the mid pipes from the down pipe. That's where the rear of the prop connects to. You all right? That's where the front of the prop connects to on that spline there. So I'm gonna get Nathan to essentially help me drop it, put it to a side, start it, give you guys a quick little sound check of what it sounds like when it's basically properly straight piped. Get the prop back on, get the exhaust back on. Oh, Nathan's also gonna change my serpentine belt for me, which is somewhere, and I don't actually know where I've just put that. So one of the things that we're going to have to do when we put the prop on is we're going to actually have to undo the dog bone mount, so then it gives the engine sway. That's also quite important. Right, I'll give it a couple of revs, and then we'll you can hopefully hear it. Hopefully you can realise how loud that actually is. So that's how loud it is, it's crazy. Right, now time to get it back up and let's get this prop back on. So quick update, the prop's in. I just need to get Nathan to potentially push this forward so I can get these dog bone engine mount bolts in. But yeah, the prop is in. I've just basically put the heat shield back in. Next will be the exhaust going up, and then it'll be under tray and a couple of little things here and there. So yeah, let's crack on. So the exhaust is now on. I'm yet to put the mount bolts in, but the exhaust is fully on. So these bolts have all been tightened up. So the down pipe to the mid pipe. I've put on the kind of rubber grommet kind of things. They're on 1 and 2, and then the valve actuators have been connected back on, and then I've also tightened, just impacted 2 exhaust hanger bolts on too.
So really quick video to sign off. The prop was on, we got the exhaust back on, we got everything back together. There is a subtle tinny vibration, so I think I've put something on incorrectly or not tightened something correctly. I'm not too sure where it's coming from, although I don't think it's too sinister, just because when I took it for a drive after to basically test everything was basically as expected, so super smooth. The initial kind of vibration, that horrible sound when driving, that's all gone now. So it was definitely the driver's side wheel bearing. Both front wheel bearings have ultimately been replaced with Audi OE parts. To sign off this video, I wanted to include a quick summary of what you can expect with the TT going forward, just because I feel like I've been a little bit absent off my YouTube channel. Things, you know, kind of had all these plans with the TTRS, and obviously they've taken a lot longer than expected. Obviously I'm moving house, so a lot's gone on. Life has obviously gone on, which I'm really happy about. I'm so grateful for everything. So what you can expect with the TTRS video. So today, well actually yesterday, but I've just finished the order today. I've just ordered loads of sound system upgrades to the TTRS. The TTRS came with Audi's standard sound system. It is crap, rubbish compared to B&O. I want to do something different. For people who have not got the Audi B&O or both sound systems, I want to do something that's a little bit more straightforward for you guys to do in terms of like a sound system upgrade. So mine cost me around £659. That's how much I spent. So yeah, that's one video that you can expect in the next coming weeks, which is a sound system upgrade. You can also expect, and this will be the next video, first drive, because I appreciate I've not done any driving videos with the TTRS. I've got all this fancy equipment, mounts and everything, so the next video will be first proper drive, taking you through the TTRS. And then after that, I'm going to essentially finish off all the bits and bats on the body. And one thing I'll touch on in the first drive video is something I do need to get done, and that's the clutches. So there is this bit of a jerk going on right now with the clutches. So like when you come to a standstill, like the car will jerk a little bit. Nathan essentially said that's your clutches. He also recommended getting my flywheel done. That's going to be quite expensive, getting it all done, like labour and parts. I think it's like close to £2,500. And then eventually, once I move house, it will be coilovers. I definitely want to get a tune. Yeah, I'm thinking stage 1 tune, and I'm thinking of going with Unitronic. I'm hoping to get the first drive video out next weekend, and then we'll basically just see how we get on with everything else.
So just before I officially sign off, I wanted to show you the current state of the TTRS, which is becoming a bit of a thing, isn't it, really, with how massive the gaps are between all of these videos. Let me show you what to expect in the upcoming videos. And on this side, you'll see the whole door card is missing, and you'll see my new speakers in, which are the Audison speakers. But let me tell you, this hasn't been a straightforward, easy journey. So I got all the speakers working off the OEM amp. So with the Audi like standard sound system, and I'm going to be talking about this a lot in the next video, but with the Audi standard sound system, the amps are built into the MMI unit. I blew the amps when I was trying to retrofit or kind of build in an external amp, which I was going to put in the boot. Don't know what happened. Things started to smoke. Had to get it repaired. It's now repaired. Speakers are all working again. Headache. But yeah, now we've found a solution, like a plug and play solution from Vibe. Not the best of brands, especially a lot of people hate putting Vibe and Audison in the same kind of sentence, but it is what it is. I didn't know, massive learning curve for me, you know, and once I finish all of this, I'll provide some advice in the next video, which is you don't need to spend loads of money on Audison speakers, especially if you're going to like couple it up with like Vibe amps and whatnot. Got some massive news to share with you, good news, which is going to impact a lot on my YouTube channel and just me on social media in general, on my cars. So but yeah, my plan is to basically take this in August to Europe, as I always plan. So I need to basically get a lot done to it. I just want to get it into a position where I'm happy with it. I need to finish this project before I share this big news with you. So yeah, until next time, take it easy.